Atma Namaste, everybody. Welcome to the Wesak full moon session 2026. Okay, let us move forward. Let us start with invocation. You can pray to your own Guru if you want, to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, Guru, Mahaguruji, all the great ones, holy Gurus, holy Masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, all invisible helpers, Buddha Kwanin, Buddha Shakyamuni, all bodhisattvas, all beings of light, our divine self and higher soul. To all our ancestors, our Kuldevta, Nagdevta, to Lord Savitur, to Lord Sanat Kumara, the Lord of the Lord of Mother Earth, to all the planetary gods, beings, or logos, to the lords of the shadow planets, Rahu and Ketu. We humbly invoke for your blessings, divine light, divine love, divine power, with peace, with illumination, with oneness, with growth, with success, with progress, with divine grace, divine guidance, divine mercy, divine forgiveness, divine help, divine healing, with prosperity and abundance, with divine protection. Thank you for neutralizing all our negative karmas from all levels through time and space. Thank you for dissolving all our negative patterns, our weaknesses, our vices, and transferring and transmuting them into higher vibrations, good habits into virtues. Thank you for your constant blessing, constant presence in our life. Thank you for making us an active soldier of and a divine servant of your divine plan. May this Vesak be the best Vesak ever. May all our dreams, desires, wishes, goals fulfill, manifest, materialize. May we manifest our own greatness. May we fulfill our life path. May we achieve self-mastery and soul mastery. Om. Amen. Amin. Tathastu, tathastu, tathastu. Okay. We all know still. Please do not copy or record the session. It creates intellectual stealing. So what is the result of intellectual stealing? Then the result is what the Lords of Karma give us back is mental diseases like memory loss, any kind of memory, which has to do with intelligence. So please do not, this is to prevent you from doing any negative karma. Okay. Now the universe is beyond time and space. What does it mean? We, the people on earth, is bound by time and by space. Our space is only Mother Earth. We are limited to it. Our time is limited to 24 hours. But when you think about the space, you're traveling in different planets, you are going wherever you wish, whatever you do, you're not bound by space. You can travel anywhere in your mental body, in your mind. There is no time concept because you can travel in the past, you can travel in the present, you can travel in the future. When we dream, we are traveling either in the past or the future. We are not in the present moment. What really happens when we are dreaming? Dreaming, our soul is actually traveling the universe. So it is either going into the future time or it is going into the past time. So universe is not bound by time or space, right? This is one thing I wanted to make clear. And we all have to abide by the universal law, right? If we do not, then our life becomes disbalanced. For example, no matter what, the sun will rise from the east every day, set in the west. That is universal law, nature's law. No matter what, after spring, summer comes. After summer, monsoon comes. After monsoon, autumn. After autumn, winter. We cannot change that. So that is what the universal law is. Okay, what is Wesak basically? Think of this great, great being, this great avatar, so great that his birth, his enlightenment, and his death was on the same full moon. Culmination of all the three great things that happened at the same time. This is not by coincidence, right? Because he's a very, very big avatar, a great being. So how powerful can it be? We have our birth date different. We have our death date different. We have our achievements different. But here Buddha had all the three. So all the three is getting the energies from the universe together. The energy of the birth date comes on that full moon. Enlightenment, the entire knowledge that he had achieved, knowledge and wisdom due to enlightenment, it came on the same full moon. And when he left his body and got nirvana, freedom, that also came on the same time. That is why the Vesak full moon is the most powerful full moon of the whole year. Those who are pranic healers, you can scan and check whether it is the most powerful or not. The energy is most powerful or not. You can scan and check the power, the energy of this full moon. You can check any other full moon and check and see. You will find that this is the most powerful. That is why during this full moon, whatever we want to do, we want to manifest, it is easily done because the universal energy is favoring us. Okay. Okay, what were the teachings of Gautam Buddha? I'm not going to go into details because we don't have so much time, but I will touch upon it. Life involves suffering, dukkha. We all have suffering, right? All of us, we have suffering in our life. This is caused, why do we have suffering? Only because we are bound by desires and attachment. The moment, when I say I, think about yourselves. The moment you think that you want to do something, you want to have something, you want to eat something, you have a desire. The moment you have a desire, you are actually mentally attached to that desire. When you think, I want to go to America to study, you're already attached to America. You are already, your desire has created that attachment. And when you don't get it, you are in pain. When you desire, okay, this summer I am going to go for a holiday, or we will meet, I will meet my friends and we will have a good time. You are already attaching yourself to that thought, to that desire. If we had no desire, if we had no attachment, we would not be even, touched by pain and suffering. Nobody, we would be so powerful that nothing would be able to crush us. There was once, I think I read or I saw, there was a beggar. That beggar, the king went and the king was actually shouting at the beggar. So the beggar said, look, your shouting, screaming, punishment does not give me pain. because I'm beyond it. I have nothing to lose. You want to take my life? Take. I'm not attached to it. You want to take these torn clothes? Take. I'm not attached to it. So the king had actually learned from that beggar that, oh my God, he is the real king of the world. He is the king of life. He is so much in peace that nothing can spoil his peace. That is the core what Buddha wanted to teach. By understanding this and letting go of the craving, we crave for things. We crave, I want to have car, I want to have a house, I want to have clothes. We crave, we become greedy. One can attain peace if we give away these cravings and freedom. Then we can get freedom. We are free. If you don't have any expectation, whatever you get is a gain. Whatever you get is a bonus. So then what happens? You get real freedom. That is nirvana. Nirvana does not mean that when the body dies and you go into the other realm, that you get nirvana or you don't get. You can get nirvana in this lifetime while you are living in this body. When you are free from attachment, when you are free from, all kinds of your desires, you have nothing. Whatever you get, you are satisfied with it. You are happy with it. So that is real nirvana. And that is what we should try to imbibe during Vesak. The energies are so powerful. We need to get that most. I will give you one example. In my life, I have lost a lot of people. I lost the moment I got married. I lost my husband within 5 years. Then I lost my father-in-law. Then I lost my mother-in-law. Then I lost my father. Then I lost so many people. I used to wonder why. And then I realized that all the losses that are happening in life is trying to teach me detachment. And then when I thought, yes, now I am detached, whether it is with me or without me, it doesn't matter to me. Whether I get the house or I don't get the house, it's okay. Whether I get, this food or I don't get, okay, whatever I get, it's fine. From the time I realized and started practically, detachment, life has become actually nirvana, peaceful. I think, this is my personal opinion, that our attachment should be with what we are supposed to give to the universe, what we are supposed to give to earth, to the people of earth. I want to serve people. I want to make people's lives better. I want to heal people. That could be an attachment because that aligns with the divine plan. Okay. Still, in that also there is detachment. Why? If suppose I have planned, I will feed 1 million people, like, that Tony Robbins in US, his dream is that he will feed 2 million people on the same day. And he's aspiring and he's working on it. Now, it's good that this is a good attachment. But if I can't feed, then if I am pained and if I am, feeling sad, then again that attachment is hampering my peace. So always it should be, I desire to do a good service. I desire to give something. If God gives me that opportunity and I'm able to do it, I am blessed. I feel blessed. If I don't get, fine. That means God doesn't want me. I'm not in that part of the divine plan. What happens is, um, so what happens? That is what, you are, that expectation should not be there. If the universe allows me to do, I will do it. If the universe does not allow me to do, I will not do it. Okay. If it happens at times, I want to really do, for example, I'll give you an example. During COVID times, I wanted to really give service to the International Yoga Festival where usually I give, not COVID, in fact, last to last year, I think. And I had not contacted them because after COVID, when they started, I did not let them know that I'm available. So I really wanted to give service. And, I wrote to them, but I wrote to them at the end moment that I'm available. And I was really, really desiring. I bought my tickets to go to, Rishikesh. Everything was done, but their slots were full because they have, created the whole timetable for it. So when it did not happen, I said, okay, that means this time God doesn't want me to give give this opportunity of serving these people. Maybe there's a better plan. And every time you think like this, you will see actually that God is actually giving you a better opportunity somewhere else. You are needed somewhere else. And I realized it. I realized it. From there, I had to go to, Bodh Gaya, and I had to go to this Orissa, where a huge Guru Padma Sambhava's program was going on. Had I been stuck there, I would not have been able to go. So there is always, God always plans the best for us. It is we don't who do not accept it. And because we don't accept it, that is why we have all the problems. We have expectational gaps, we have suffering, we have sorrow, we have everything. Okay. So what Buddha said, he has said that freedom you will get by following the middle path or the middle way. The middle path, what does these two words mean? Middle path. Middle means you are safe. On the right, suppose you're walking through the forest or maybe through the mountains, and there are two rowboats walking next to you. Now you are in the middle. You're always safe because on the right, if there is the valley, deep gorge and valley, you are safe, you will not fall down. On the left, if there is, an avalanche or there is a landslide, okay, there is a robot over there to take care, you are safe. In life, remember always, if you are in the middle, you are always safe. Why? Because on the other side is extremism, right? So when you are in the middle, you are balanced. Excessiveness is not there. You're not excessive. You are balanced. When you are balanced, your life is balanced. When your life is balanced, your thoughts are balanced. Your expectations are balanced. Your attachments are balanced. Everything is balanced. And that has to happen through ethical conduct, not by manipulation, not by any, malpractice. Ethically. That is why always Buddha said dharma, 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 dharma. Dharma means what? Dharma means righteous life, ethical life. Whatever is right, I will do that. There has to be mental discipline. What is mental discipline? Your mind, remember, your mind controls your body. So if you have mental discipline, your body will be in control, your life will be in control, your emotions will be in control. Buddha, his teachings are from his intelligence. That is why you see, Buddha never said that worship this God, worship that God. Those are emotional things. We get stuck and we wallow in mud. But whatever he has said, he has said from the mental body, from the mental plane, intelligently. So his teachings are so practical. So mental discipline and wisdom comes from intelligence and your experience. These two together brings wisdom. A person who is intelligent and wise is wise, intelligent and has experience is wise. Somebody has experience but does not have intelligence. Sitting on the same branch, cutting the tree, cutting the branch, sitting on the same tree, on the branch, cutting the tree. No intelligence, right? So for wisdom, we need both. Now, he summarized everything into the Eightfold Path. Maybe sometimes we will do about the Eightfold Path. I will explain it to you, and then it will be easy for you to follow also and understand also. So, the essence of his teaching is live mindfully. Mindfully means what? What? With happiness, with joy, with peace, with excitement, with passion. So when you are embracing everything happily, you have a mindful life. Compassionately. Compassion comes from Love and acceptance. When you are loving, caring, and you are accepting, your compassion grows. Think clearly, most important. You have to think clearly. Then what will happen? Liberation will follow. Okay? Okay. Let's go to the next. Okay. Vesak, also called the Vesak of Buddha Purnima, is the most sacred festival in Buddhism. It commemorates three pivotal events in the life of Gautam Buddha: his birth, enlightenment, and passing, that is Mahaparinirvana, all believed to have occurred on the same full moon day. We've talked about this already. So, what is the spiritual significance? Vesak represents the journey from ignorance to enlightenment. It reminds the followers that suffering can be overcome through wisdom and compassion. That means what? From ignorance to enlightenment, from darkness to light. Light means knowledge. Light means wisdom. Darkness means ignorance. If I am not aware that the fire can burn my hand and I put my hand in fire, the consequences will be irreversible. But if I have the knowledge that, okay, 2 plus 2 is 4, so I'm not going to do this. 3 plus 3 is 6, so I'm going to do this. Whatever. That is why we need to have knowledge in our life. And knowledge with the experience will bring about our wisdom. But even if we have knowledge, still that is better than ignorance. Because I will develop discernment. What is discernment? Discernment means knowing what is right, knowing what is wrong, doing what is right, doing what is wrong. When we apply our discernment, we will have a righteous, smooth, easy life. Inner transformation is possible for every human being. That is why we need to attend sessions, we need to be in study groups, we need to increase our knowledge, we need to have satsangs. Why? Because only that transformation in us will be possible when we are going through these, things. That is why in our pranic healing school, one of the pillars is study. It is so important. We have to study regularly because our soul has to constantly upgrade itself with knowledge, with wisdom, with intelligence. It will increase and improve our intelligence. So enlightenment is not myth. It is not a story. It is reality. But a realizable state. So when you realize it, then you will be able to apply it. Okay. It is, in my childhood, I just remember now, when I was a kid, I used to wish at times that I should be married to a criminal. I used to think in this way, I want to get married to a criminal and I will change that criminal into a saint. That is what I used to think, that I would love to change that person's life. And what did God give me? God made me a healer. Come on, now change. How many lives you want to change? You change now. So criminal does not mean that one has to have a murder or a theft or has to do some, rape or assault. No. Even when we are hurting people, we are doing crime. That which is not aligning to the dharma, to the righteousness of the universe, it's crime. Whether anybody else knows or labels us as a criminal, in the eyes of God, in the eyes of the lords of karma, we are criminal. When we are taking something which does not belong to us, we are creating the karma of stealing. Whether it is a pen or it is money or we are stealing love. Two people are in love with each other and suppose another girl, she likes that boy very much, she manipulates and breaks their relation and wins over that boy. She has created a very big crime of stealing the love which was not due to her. Again, just as I said in the very beginning of this session, do not record anything. It is not your property. I have created it with, so many days of efforts. So that is intellectual stealing. Sometimes maybe the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law, they both cook together, and there are guests, and this time the mother-in-law was not well, and the daughter-in-law cooked, and everybody was eating in that there was a party in the evening, or there were people, relatives who had come, and they were saying, oh bhabhi ji, they were saying to the mother-in-law, bhabhi ji aapne kitna acha khana pkaya, and everybody was praising, and she remained silent. She did not say that today I have not cooked, all the cooking has been done by my daughter-in-law. So what did she do? She stole the credit which was due to her daughter-in-law. Now, when she really does something worthwhile, something really to be praised by all, she will not be praised. Nobody will recognize her real efforts because she has created a karma of stealing. So, in this way, I'm just giving example. In this way, we have to be very, very alert, aware to see, observe, what are we doing, what are we thinking, what are we saying, or how are we acting. When we realize that this is, I should not do this, half of your job is done. You will rectify it anyway because you've already realized it, that it's not aligning to the universal truth or the universal peace. It is a day to reflect deep on one's thoughts, actions, and purpose. So today is the day when you will deeply think, you will think of all the actions that you do, that you have done, and the purpose. What is your life purpose? What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to bloom in the eyes of God? Or you feel you want to just fake bloom in front of a few friends, and they praise you and you're very happy, but actually you are doing some crime or some negative karma. So which is more important to me? Think about that. Okay. Second is the symbol of light over darkness. The full moon of Vesak symbolizes illumination of the mind. Full moon. What does the moon do? It removes the darkness of the sky. In our, from the earth plane, when we see, when it is new moon, there is darkness in the sky. When it is full moon, it is illuminated. The sky is illuminated. So you can see everything. Last month, last full moon, we had gone on a night safari in a forest in Maharashtra, and we were sitting on top of the jeep, and the jeep was going forward. It was all dark, but because of the full moon, we could see. We could see the trees, we could see the blooming flowers, cherry blossom, blooming. We could see some small little animals, whether it was a squirrel or whatever. So full moon itself represents illumination, light, which removes darkness. Just as the moon dispels darkness, the teachings of Buddha remove ignorance. People light lamps and candles to signify awakening of inner consciousness. So your mind is illuminated, lit up. It's full of light. You can see everything. In darkness, you cannot see everything. So if you are ignorant, if there is lack of knowledge, you don't know what to do. When there is a big challenge, big problem in life, you don't know how to handle it because you do not have the knowledge. You do not have the wisdom. You're ignorant, right? The removal of negative energies. So once you remove negative energies, what happens? Positive energies flow into your life. When positive energies flow into your life, what happens? Your life becomes positive and you start attracting positive results. Remember, energy cannot be destroyed. Example, if I have thought ill about somebody, or I have done a terrible, I would say a mental or physical or emotional crime by, making two people fight, or, poisoning somebody's mind. Suppose I don't like, suppose giving you an example, I don't like my sister-in-law. pardon me, I don't have any sister-in-law. I don't like my sister-in-law. And then I keep on talking about her, ill about her to my mother-in-law, and I poison her mind and turn her against. Now that energy that I have created, that toxic energy that I have created, maybe after 5 years, I have changed. I have developed friendship with my, sister-in-law, and then I do not, criticize her, and we are friends. But already the energy that I had created, it is still floating in the universe. It will give me back the result of it. And we know that every seed, even of energy that we plant, it will grow into a tree and give us many, many times fruit, many, many fruits. So that energy is going to come back to me many, many times. Do not regret if you have done your mistakes in the past. I'm not trying to scare you. But what I'm trying to do is trying to make you aware from this moment onwards, we are not going to do anything wrong. And how can you neutralize whatever in the past, the negatives that you have done? You can create so many good karmas, so many good deeds, so many good thoughts, so many, good actions, that volume of it is so large that those negatives become so small in front of all the good that you have done. It will lose its power. It will not be able to affect your life, because all the big, big goods will bring so many good fruits into your life. Your life will be filled with progress, happiness, joy, success, prosperity, abundance. So in that, if there is one small little loss, that you lose a purse which had 100 rupees, it will not matter to you, right? So awakening the inner consciousness is very, very important. Cultivation of clarity and peace. When we cultivate clarity, see, when you wear a dark glass, no matter what is there in the room, if you, even if you go out into the sunlight, you will still see everything dark. If you wear a brown glass, you will see everything brown. If you wear a transparent glass, you will accurately see. You will see red as red, you will see blue as blue, and you will know what to do. So clarity of thought. Always remember, all my thoughts should wear only a transparent glass, so that I can see everything accurately and take right decisions in my life. That is why in one of our virtues we have accurate perception. Perception means what? What you think, what you comprehend, what you understand. If you understand accurately, you will be able to do things accurately. If I think, for example, if I think that, okay, this cliff is just 2 feet high, so let me jump. I will not get hurt because it's just 2 feet. That is what I think. My perception is it is just 2 feet, so I can just jump off it and then I can walk back home. But it is actually 20 feet. So when I've taken a wrong decision, when I jump, what happens? I fall and I break my ankle. That is why accurate perception is very, very important, because the action that I will take, the decision that I will make, and the action that I will take depends on my perception, my decision as to what I think and understand. So when I'm taking action, that becomes my correct expression. Accurate perception leads to correct expression. What am I expressing? The action that I'm taking, I'm expressing myself. I'm walking, I'm jumping, I'm singing, I'm making a phone call, I'm expressing myself. But all those depend on my accurate perception. That is why the core over there is clarity of thinking, clarity of understanding. And of course, everything culminates to peace. Okay, practice of compassion and service. Vesak emphasizes kindness in action, donating food, clothes, and essentials. So that is why I had written in the group, if you remember yesterday, that you must do tithing and donation. If possible, do service, because the good karma that you create on the Vesak by donating, it is powered by so much of energy of this Vesak full moon, that it will, germinate into many, many good fruit. So it will come back to you millions of times. That is why it is very important that you donate during this time. You tithe at this time. You do service at this time in whichever way possible. It does not mean that you have to donate 1 lakh rupees. Even if you donate 10 rupees, but you've done something, it's better than nothing. That 10 rupees will bring you back probably 1000 rupees. Practicing forgiveness and letting go, very important, because when we forgive at this time, during Vesak, what happens is all the sentient beings, all the souls we have hurt are receiving this soothing, peaceful energy of Buddha. We know that King Ashoka, after the Kalinga war, where he had killed 1 lakh people, when he from far away saw Gautam Buddha, he could not even see him properly. But suddenly, all his violence melted and he became a saint. He became a peace lover. He said, I'm never going to fight. I'm never going to hurt anybody. Why? Because he came into the aura of Buddha. And what did the aura of Buddha contain? It contained love, peace, compassion, forgiveness, mercy. So, on this day, when Buddha actually blesses earth, it is filled with forgiveness, it is filled with passion, it is filled with love, it is filled with mercy. So, when you forgive, your negative cords of attachment with those people who have hurt you or you have hurt. hmm, You have a karmic relation with them. If you have hurt them, they will come back to your life and hurt you. If they have hurt you, probably you will go to, because it's the universe, the basic law of universe is balance. So how can you cut that off? How can you let go? How can you detach yourself from that? Is by practicing forgiveness on the uh, Vesak day. Helping the poor and needy. These acts align with Buddha's core teachings of karuna and compassion. A day of purification and spiritual practice. Devotees engage in meditation and prayer, visiting temples and offering flowers, incense sticks, observing moral precepts, right speech, right action. It is considered highly auspicious to cleanse one's mind and karma on this day. Now, in this regard, let me tell you one thing. If you can go to a temple, it's fine. Because that is what the temple is like, a charging point. When you want to charge your battery, you put it in the plug and your battery gets charged. Your soul gets charged with divine energy, right? But suppose you can't go to a monastery or a temple. So then you will not be charged. No, you may not have your mobile data, but when there is Wi-Fi, you can still connect, right? So you can connect to God with Wi-Fi. So when we are having such satsangs, when we are having such sessions, you are connecting to Buddha and to the higher beings. Why? Because wherever this kind of environments are there, those great, great beings, they come with their energies. Their energies are there. They keep blessing. They are present there. They love to see that, people are following their path. That is what their sacrifice was in this world. So then you get their energies, no matter what, even if you don't go to a temple, right? Okay. Universal spiritual importance. Though rooted in Buddhism, Vesak is celebrated worldwide and recognized by organizations like the United Nations as a day of global spiritual significance. It transcends religion. That is why, see, Buddha was beyond religion. If you see something, if you notice something, Jesus Christ was not a Christian. Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha was not a Buddhist. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was not a Sikh. They did not teach that you follow religion, you follow Sikhism, you follow Christianity, you follow Buddhism. They did not teach. It is we human beings who have created these. And when we have created, what have we done? We have segregated each other. We have created separation in human beings. If I means all of us. If I am a true human being, I should have the intelligence and wisdom to follow the good of all the world teachers. It does not matter who it is, what name he has, what family he has come from, what country he belongs to. It's universal truth that they are teaching us. So it goes beyond. That is why spirituality goes beyond religion. Religion separates. Spirituality unites. So it transcends religion, promoting, what does it promote? Peace, harmony, unity among humanity. This is what it should be. Then we can feel we are all one with each other. We are all one with, oh, we are one with Buddha. We are one with God. Then you feel that security. Then you feel that inner peace. Then you feel the closeness to God and the higher beings. In your mind, if you close your eyes and think that, okay, I see Buddha, I see Jesus, I see Sai Baba, I see Guru Nanak Dev. No, no, I'm not going to go that side. I'm going to go this side. Oh, those people are that side towards Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Okay, I want to go to Jesus Christ. No, I don't want to see Buddha. What am I doing? Am I at peace? No. We need to realize that, and we need to consciously practice. Okay. So, what is the pure essence of it? The pure essence is Vesak is not just a celebration, it is a reminder to live consciously. It calls for awakening, compassion, and higher awareness in everyday life. That is what Buddhism is all about. So, I would like you to close your eyes, and I am going to play the chanting of Buddham Sharanam. I would like you to think, introspect all the good things that you have done all your life. Okay? Every little good thing, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, socially, by relationships. Okay? Close your eyes and just focus into the music and just think about all good that you have done.
बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि
Okay. Now be in that state of mind with eyes closed. We will do one forgiveness prayer with all the souls which have hurt us and whom we have hurt. Okay? So visualize a bright light above your head. That is the light of your soul, the purity of your soul. Now visualize all the people whom you have hurt or who have hurt you. Visualize all of them are in front of you and visualize bright lights above their heads, which is their soul light. So we are not going to forgive for this lifetime. We are going to do the forgiveness for all lifetimes. That is why we are going to forgive from soul to soul. When we are forgiving from soul to soul, then it is complete. Then there is nothing negative that remains for any lifetime in future. Okay? So close your eyes and in your mind or aloud also you can say, Atma Namaste. I, the soul, I salute the divinity in all of you. I forgive all sentient beings in all 8 directions, above and below, and in all lives, past, present, future, and in all parallel universes. I forgive you all. Visualize bright, pink, loving energy going from you to all those souls. Soothing energy is going to them. I humbly ask all of you to forgive me for all the mistakes I have done to you on all levels through time and space. Please forgive me forever. Om Shanti 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 Om. May only love, peace, harmony, support, help be between you and me. Om Shanti 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 Om. Be in peace, be in peace, be in peace. Go in peace, go in peace, go in peace. Now think that your palm is a knife and in front of your body cut all energy connections with them so that they do not come back to your life to hurt you. Cut, cut, cut. Now we pray to Lords of Karma because we have forgiven everybody. So we have created the entitlement of receiving forgiveness from the heaven. Lords of Karma, thank you for your divine blessing, divine mercy, divine forgiveness. Thank you for forgiving me for all the mistakes I have ever done on all levels through time and space. Thank you in full faith. So be it. So be it. So be it. So it is. Om. Amen. Amin. Tathastu. 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 Now gently open your eyes. I know that chanting is so soothing, you will not feel like coming back, but we will go back to that after some time. Okay. Now we are going to the second part of the session. So what did Buddha do. When Buddha died, he promised that till the time there are suffering souls, I am going to come back to earth on this day and I'm going to heal them and I'm going to bless them. Now, after death, what happens? Only the soul remains. What is soul? Soul is nothing but energy, energy with light, with consciousness, right? So, that energy, it is there in the universe, but it is very refined energy because what happens when we have karmas, then our soul becomes gross like rocks and pebbles, sharp edges. Those are all the negative karmas. But when we are doing good karmas and neutralizing our negative karmas, those rocks, pebbles, those are broken, broken, broken. It turns into small particles, finally like sand, then like salt, and then after that, soothing air. That is what it becomes. Refinement continuously makes our soul energy fine, subtle, smooth. That is what Buddha's energy is. So that pure, subtle energy cannot come into the gross Mother Earth where so many souls have so many karmas. So what he does, he comes till the place where he can handle the negativity. So he comes, there is a place in Tibet. He comes over there. Many people say that Shambhala is there. So he comes there, and from there he blesses Mother Earth, all the people, for 8 minutes at the peak time of the full moon, Vesak. So yesterday the peak time was 10:53. So 10:53 plus 8 minutes, that was the time when his healing energies constantly, directly, you got it. After that, the energies remain for another 3 days. But the peak is at that time. So there are Tibetan very, very evolved monks, what they do, they walk all the way to that place and then they go there and then they tune into Buddha and get the energy. Now, what did I tell you when we started the session? That the universe is beyond time, beyond space. So, if it is beyond time and beyond space, can we go back to that time when the peak time was yesterday? We can, right? So we can go back physically on Mother Earth, we are bound by time. But actually, we can go back to that time. We can get the blessings of that time even now, sitting in this present moment. We are going into space, it is not restricted. So we can go back and we can still get that blessing. That is what we are going to do. Okay. I had told everybody to keep your goals and wishes ready. If you have kept it, keep it ready, keep it here because there is lot of blessings already pouring. There will be more blessings pouring down now. Okay. And if you have not kept, then please, I'm giving you a few seconds. Please go and get your diaries and Kriya Shaktis and goals and dreams. Bring it and keep it in front of your laptop somewhere close by so that even through my sound energy, those energies come and it creates the manifestation energy and you manifest your dreams. Okay, so let's start. Now, there is a school called the Theosophical Society. The theosophical, what is theosophy or theology? Theology is basically spiritual science. Okay. So spiritual science goes beyond physical science. When Newton had said Newton's law, when, when the apple fell and he said, okay, the earth is round, the earth was already round. It's only that they did not know, we did not know. But the universal truth was already there. We did not discover because we are limited. So already there is so much of truth existing. There are so many higher things, in this universe which we have not discovered. Just because we have not discovered does not mean that it is not there. Does not mean that it does not exist. So the school of theosophy, the Theosophical Society, what they do, they are, I'll come to that. They have created, the books they have written. I mean, the leaders, the great teachers, they have written down the books where they have sourced those knowledge energy from the universe. So today's the session that I'm conducting now, the source of my information is this book called The Masters and the Path by Leadbeater and the Theosophical Society. So the founder of this Theosophical Society was Madame Blavatsky, and also Annie Besant was another lady. She was Russian born, and it was created in 1875. And in India, it was Dr. Krishnamurti, J. Krishnamurti, who created in Chennai, he created the Theosophical Society of India. Okay. Fortunately, in the pranic healing school, we study theosophy. Because we study theosophy and theology, what happens is we are unbiased, we are not bound by religion, and we understand the inner teachings of all the religions. So we are not bound by the rituals. We follow rituals, we do rituals, but we do whatever is brings down the truth, not blind faith. That is why we don't have blind faith, right? Okay, now we know that there are five kingdoms. This is from the bottom. First, when life started on earth, it was started by the mineral kingdom. At the bottom, you see, it was the mineral kingdom. So all the crystals, stones, rocks, they are all a part of the mineral kingdom. Now, does the mineral kingdom have intelligence? Are they alive or dead? Well, those who do crystal healing, that the minerals have consciousness. Because when we are healing with crystals, whatever we tell the crystal to do, the crystal does. When we say the crystal to disintegrate the addiction of a person, it does. It disintegrates. When we tell the crystal to energize with love energy, it does. So the mineral kingdom also has consciousness. We were all minerals at one point of time. Maybe it is millions of years ago. But life started with minerals. As it evolved, the consciousness evolved. Then what happened? It, it transformed and it alleviated to the plant kingdom. So when it alleviated to the plant kingdom, what happened in the plant kingdom? The plants can feel, they can sense, right? So their energy body is there. In the crystals also, energy body is there. That is why they have consciousness. In the plant kingdom, they have an emotional body also. They have emotions, they can feel, they have sensitivity, but they cannot think because their mental body is not developed. So they have feelings, they have emotions, but they cannot think. Then it evolves into the animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom, what happens? Their mental body is also developed. So they can feel, they can touch, feel, and they can also think. The moment a lion sees a small animal, the lion knows, okay, I am going to eat this. Today I am going to have a delicious lunch. So he can think. Animals can think. So all these three bodies have been developed here. This is development, evolution happening. When an animal masters itself, its consciousness, it evolves into the human kingdom. What difference is there between human kingdom and animal kingdom? We also have thoughts, they also have thoughts. We have feelings, they have feelings. We have emotions, they have emotions. We feel energy, they feel energy. Then what is the difference? The difference is we have wisdom, they don't have wisdom. With our experience, when we apply our intelligence with our experience, then we wisely do what we do. We have the consciousness of what is right and what is wrong. An animal will just go and kill and eat. An animal will not think whether it is right or it is wrong. I'm hurting somebody, I'm not hurting somebody. But we human beings, we think and then we decide accordingly. So much of liberty we have got. God has given us the free will, the will to choose what we want to do. The animals are bound. If it is hungry, it has to go for hunting and it has to eat and suffice its body. It has no choice. But we human beings, we have the choice. We can decide consciously what to do and what not to do. So when God has granted us so much of goodness, so kind and generous God is, should we not utilize that to the best of our ability? Right? And when we actually utilize it to the best of our utility and we master it, when we master it, when we attain self mastery and soul mastery, then what happens? By that time we neutralize all the negative karmas that we have done. But how did we neutralize? By doing so many good karmas, we have neutralized our karma, negative karma balance is zero. Our positive karma balance is 1000, 1 lakh, 1 million, whatever. So then we again evolve. We evolve to the higher kingdom. That higher kingdom is called the spiritual kingdom. In the spiritual kingdom, the saints, the arhats, the buddhas, the bodhisattvas, they do not have any karma. It is their choice that they have come to earth to help us to, take our karmas, help us to neutralize, show us the path. But they are not bound. It is just their free will, their choice. So we should always aspire to go to that kingdom. The faster we can go, the blissful life we will have. Think of a life where you have no negative karma. Nothing will make you suffer. You have no zero suffering. Only goodness, only happiness, only bliss, only tranquility. That is what we should aspire. And today is the day when we should decide that and make a resolution that, yes, I am going to attain self mastery. I am going to attain soul mastery and I will move to the spiritual kingdom fastest way possible. Okay. So this is the kingdom which is like we are on the human plane. So all the other planes are at the bottom below us. From spiritual kingdom onwards, it moves up. So beyond us, there are more kingdoms. When you move into the spiritual kingdom, there are different tiers in the spiritual kingdom also. So in the spiritual kingdom, you have, this is as per the Sanatan Dharma, we have it in our, in our Upanishads, in our Vedas and Upanishads and all. So they call it, we have a energy body, Sthul Sharira, that is physical body, which is holding the prana, that is pran shakti. Then we have kama rupa, which is our desires. Then we have the mind. Okay. Then we have the soul, which is the spiritual. The soul is what? This is the incarnated soul, the Jeev Atma. And then we have the Atma, which is the blissful part of God. The little bit of the Atma or Atman which comes into the body is called the Jivatma. So this is followed in our, I'm not going into details, you will get, confused. So this is what we have in our Sanatan Dharma. But in our, in the, this thing also, in theology also we have it. It is in the modern way, explained in a modern way. Now, if you see the last column, which is, if you see it's written planes. So at the bottom is physical plane. We are, Mother Earth is solid. It is physical. We are on the physical plane, right? When we think, or when we feel emotions, we are moving up to the emotional plane. When we think of things, we are moving up to the mental plane, manasik. Then when we are using our wisdom, we are going into the buddhic plane or intuitional plane. Intuition means what? Intuition means your soul is directly guiding you what to do and what to know, what not to do, because the soul knows everything. The soul is all powerful. The soul is a speck of God, right? Beyond intuitional plane, then you go to the atmic plane, which is the higher soul. Atma, Jivatma. Intuitional plane, Buddhic plane, the Jivatma. It can take that, the intuitions are in the Jivatma or the incarnated soul level. But when you go to a higher level of higher soul means Atma, then it becomes in the Atmic plane or Nirvanic. Nirvana. You get nirvana when you fuse, your higher soul fuses. That is what nirvana is. Now I will come to the theology. What do the theological science say? We have same physical plane, astral plane. In the middle column I'm reading. The mental plane, the causal plane. The causal plane means it is the spiritual plane where our spirit is what? Spirit is all that we do dharma, all that we do righteousness. That is the causal plane. Okay. Then beyond that is the buddhic plane. Beyond that is actually, it is called the spiritual plane. And last at the top is divine plane. So we are on the physical plane. The third column, if you see, we are on the physical plane. Our ancestors who have left their body, they don't have a physical body. They are in the astral plane. The saints, they are in the mental plane. Now, Arhat is a soul which has no karma. Like Paramahansa, Arhat is also called Paramahansa. Paramahansa, Manu, which is first from where our human kingdom started on earth. That Manu, Sanat Kumara is the great Lord or the great divine being which is in charge of taking care of Mother Earth and all the souls. So Sanat Kumara is also on the causal plane. All bodhisattvas in Buddhism, there is a segment called bodhisattva. They are all in the causal plane. Mahachauhans, Chauhans are leaders, spiritual leaders. And Mahachauhans are the leaders of leaders. They all are on the causal plane. Where is Shakyamuni Buddha? He is on the Buddhic plane beyond them. Okay. I just wanted to explain where does he lie. And of course, on the top is Supreme God. Okay. Now, what is the hierarchy? This is like, government offices have got their departments and hierarchy. Similarly, in the spiritual world, there is a hierarchy. Okay. From the bottom, see number 6, humanity is on that level, at the bottom level. So we are disciples of different teachers or we are initiates. So when, somebody becomes an acharya, for example, he has become a first initiate. Some go higher up the ladder, they become second initiate, third initiate. So there are different initiates, they become till seventh initiate, they can become eighth initiate, sorry. So they can become initiates. So you are rising up in the spiritual hierarchy. Okay. Then when you rise up, you become a master. The master of wisdom is called the Chauhans. There are 7 Chauhans. Now they are also the lords of the rays. What are the rays? Those who are aware, pranic healers, you are aware. The 7 rays of the rainbow. Those 7 rays are 7 different energies, 7 different personalities that exist on earth. So those 7 rays are taken care of, each ray is taken care of by one Chauhan. That is one of the divine being who takes care of that ray. For example, ray 1, we know ray 1 is all leaders of the world. Usually they are ray 1. All like Mother Teresa, those who are very compassionate. For example, that Nelson Mandela, they are all ray 4, right? So they are taken care of by the Chauhans. They are headed by Mahachauhan. In the above, you see Mahachauhan, they are the head of all civilizations. Beyond them is Lord Maitreya. There's a reason why I'm telling you all this. So Lord Maitreya is also, in Buddhism, it is believed that 10th avatar who will come is Maitreya. Now they are already there in the universe. They will have to take a physical form, take birth as a human being and come on earth. Otherwise they are there. So, so Maitreya is also on the same plane as the world teacher like Christ. Christ was a world teacher. There were other world teachers also. Muhammad was a world teacher. There were all the world teachers that were there. They are all on the same level. Beyond them is Gautam Buddha. He is the planetary Buddha. He is the being of all the planets. And his energy spreads all across all hierarchies and also Shambhala. Shambhala is basically space. It actually is not a space. It is like, when you are very, very happy, you experience heaven on earth. You've gone to a beautiful place and you're feeling very ecstatic and blissful. You say, oh, it's so heavenly. Now, that place has a name, but you are feeling as if heaven is there. So it is a state of mind, right? Okay. Beyond Gautam Buddha is Sanat Kumara, the Lord of the worlds. Okay. Now, just I remember, so I'm saying Sanat Kumara earlier was the Lord of Venus. When he finished his job, when Venus had beings, living beings there, then he was taking care of that. When it got over, then he was given promotion and said, go to Earth, take care. There'll be human kingdom coming over there. So you go there and take care of human beings. So Sanat Kumara now takes care of the Earth plane. Okay. So what we should ideally do on Vesak? Ideally, you should set an intention half an hour before the peak time. Either you can also sleep while you're thinking, you think about, what all good you want, what all good you have done, about all the positive things. And when you go off to sleep, what happens? Your mind becomes calm, peaceful. Your emotions become stable. Your body is at rest. So the circulation, the brain functioning, everything happens in harmony. So what happens is at that time, when you are at rest, then you can easily connect to the Tibetan zone, what I was talking about during the peak hour with Shakyamuni Buddha. Now, if you don't feel like sleeping altogether, what you can do is you can be in a meditative mode, closing your eyes. You think about the Himalayas, think about beautiful lakes, think about, snow, Kailash, Mansarovar, whatever. So this is the preparation. You're stabilizing your mind, your body, your emotions. When you are peaceful, you will easily be able to connect to the peaceful energy of Buddha. You will be able to harmonize. Now, you may close your eyes or you can see this image also. Calm your mind, tongue to palate, those who are aware of pranic healing. Calm your mind. Look at this image. Think of all that you want from life, all that you want to do, all that you want to give, all that you want to receive. Think of happy moments of your life. Think of all the happy moments you want to have in future. I will not speak now. When you are tuned into that calmness and you're feeling calm, stable, composed, integrated, let us move forward. So, this is where Buddha comes. It is 400 kilometers to the west from Lhasa. It is on the northern side of Nepal. There is this place where normal human beings are not aware. It's those monks who know, and those who are connected to those monks, they are aware of it. So that place, apparently they call it Shambhala. That is where Buddha actually comes. He gives vision. I mean, you can see Buddha when you are there because that is, I suppose that is the purest place where Buddha can come down to wherever he can tune in. So that area, that if you see the previous, you see this white patch, that is actually the area. That is the shape. Hmm? So I'm zooming into it. It's a barren land. There are thick grasses though in some patches. Okay, and the slope is basically from the south to the north, it is going down. So the north is basically like a valley, not much, gentle slope. So the south is higher than the north. Okay. It's about, the whole area is about 3 kilometer in diameter. There is a small stream on the right hand side which flows from the north to the south. Uh, sorry, from the south to the north. So there is a lake in the south. It flows from that lake and passes by uh, from the eastern side of that area. I've done a mistake. It flows from south. You see, south is on the top, actually. We are seeing from our end, we are seeing a reverse thing. The south is on the top. It is coming from the top because you see the elevation is more on the south. Na? The mountain is higher on the south. From there, it is flowing down to the north into a lake. Okay. And it flows through, after they cross this barren area, the area is filled with pine forests and some bushes. It flows into that lake. And in the southernmost part, you see there is a circle. It's a big white rock. It's like a throne, as if, not like a chair, but it's like a big space of white, like white marble rock, as if it's like a throne where somebody can sit with lot of space. Okay, it's a very, very peaceful place. Very peaceful. There are thousands and thousands of angels. Those who have learned angel healing, if you go there, you'll be filled with angels all around you. You're going to play with them. Hmm. So, lots of angels, lots of nature spirits. It's such a divine, pure area place. Okay. Okay. So half an hour before, what happens before the peak time, half an hour before that, the Mahachohan prompts everyone, all the monks, to assemble around the white rock throne. So everybody assembles around that white rock. The white rock is in the center. Then they form three rings, and this is called the members of the brotherhood who come. Once I had taken a session on the great white brotherhood. I will take it again. You can join if you wish to. So where all the ascended masters, the holy masters, the ascended masters, Sri Aurobindo has also worked a lot on this. So all of them come there. Some of them are in their physical body, some of them are in their energy body. So they form three rings. The very seniors and experienced, they will sit in or they will be in the inner ring. And as per experience, the others will go out into the second ring and the outermost ring. Okay. And then they start chanting in Pali. They actually chant in Pali, those who are in the physical body. After that, what they do is they form a cross. They form the formation that they do is of a cross. And in the center, they manifest and materialize Maitreya. So Lord Maitreya, the savior of Mother Earth, comes over there with her and in her energy body, comes there and she holds the rod of power. What is the rod of power? The rod of power is a symbol of power and energy of all planetary logos. Logos means gods. Logo is a Greek word. So all planetary, see, the universe does not just work like this. The sun getting up, the planets revolving. Just like this, it doesn't happen. Every planet has a great divine being looking after it. Savitur, who is Savitur? Savitur is the great being of Surya, right? So all these planetary gods and the planetary divine beings, that rod is the symbol of the power of those planetary lords or the planetary logos. It spreads to all the planets. That is a very, very powerful rod. Actually, is it a physical rod? No, it's an energy rod. It's a power of energy. It's a condensed energy, right? So the energy of power was magnetized millions of years ago to the planetary logos. So what did God do? God created this. It is there in Greek mythology also. God created this, rod of power millions of years ago, gave this power to the planetary logos or the planetary gods because they were the ones who were running the whole planet. So they needed power. Okay. And then what happened? The rod is given to the planetary logos one by one to use it for evolution and devolution of life in the planet. What does this mean? This means when we study about these, then you will get to know that, life exists in planets turn by turn. So, as of today, the human kingdom is on the planet of Earth. Before these souls, which are residing on Earth, they were all residing on the moon. When that moon, when there was so much of negative karma, and finally the rod was used to banish all those souls, then the moon lost its life and it became shrunk. The moon was earlier brighter and big. Okay. Next, as per the divine plan, the next kingdom of life will be Mars. So once human kingdom gets over, then they will shift the souls will shift to Mars. Now, what do these planetary logos or the planetary gods do? They use that rod for evolution, means bringing them up from mineral kingdom to plant kingdom, from plant kingdom to animal kingdom, from animal kingdom to human kingdom, from human kingdom to spiritual kingdom. In the spiritual kingdom, then all other kingdoms in the spiritual kingdom. Now, if there is so much of negative karma, then pralay happens, right? When pralay happens, then what happens? There is devolution. Devolution means where you had reached, if you had reached on the top 100, you go down bottom minus 100. That means that particular planet is finished. All the beings in that planet cannot survive. They have gone down into so much of darkness, negative energy, so much of darkness that they are deep, deep down. They cannot recover and come out of it. Okay. So now that rod is used for both devolution also, evolution also. Everyone, then what happens? Everyone, all those saints and monks and beings who are there in the rings, they bow down before Lord Maitreya with reverence, and they start chanting. Okay, all of them start chanting. The inner ring rearranges itself. The inner ring then forms into a cross or a swastik. That kind of formation it creates, whereas the being of Maitreya remains in the center. These all have significance. I'm just literally telling you. Later on, when we do more sessions, I will connect you with it, where logically you will realize what is what, how it you can connect it to your own life, because we know that the whole universe is within us and the whole universe is outside us. So everything what is there is within us. You will get to know. Anyway, so keeping Lord Maitreya in the center, they form the swastik or a cross formation. Now, each geometrical symbol brings down certain kinds of energies to Mother Earth. That is why the pyramids were built and made. That is why the temples in India have specific geometrical shape. Even in temple architecture in India, there are four different kinds of temple architecture. Each kind of temple architecture has a science behind it. So all these formations that are done are to bring down certain energies which Mother Earth and the human kingdom needs. Okay? And then they form the inner ring. They rearrange themselves into a triangle. Now, those who are pranic healers, you know what does the triangle symbolize? Divine light, divine love, and divine power. So that they can bring down divine light, that is knowledge and wisdom, divine love, love and compassion, divine power, power is the free will, the power with purpose to do what is right. So the triangle formation happens within, and outside they will have the outer ring. And then where is Maitreya, Lord Maitreya? At the vertex, at the top. She or he blesses the big gold bowl. They keep a very big gold bowl on that, throne, white rock. And in that bowl, there is water. Hmm? So she blesses that, the bowl of water, with the rod on the white rock throne. Once she has blessed, then while she is blessing, the others, what do? They make another formation. That formation is they arrange themselves in a flower shape, everyone facing the white stone throne. Okay, that is the formation that they make. Next, everyone arranges themselves into a six-pointed star. Those who are into healing, you know, the Star of David, you know, there are so many things we have already studied earlier. So the six-pointed star again brings down, I'm not going deep into it because the first session you will not understand, you will get confused. So there is a six-pointed star, which is the symbol also of the Theosophical Society, coincidentally, or maybe not. And finally, they form the five-pointed star. The five-pointed star is the Star of David. The five-pointed star with the tip of the star. So every Chauhan, what do they do? They go and sit at the tip of every star, the point of the star. So the Chauhans at the senior most, they will go and they will be at the tip of the pointed star where it is pointing out. Okay. And then they chant, and then they stop. When they stop, then Lord Maitreya raises the rod and invites Shakyamuni Buddha. Wind blows and a big body of light of Buddha appears high up. Actually, it is the light is, he's in the light body. Everyone bows down on the floor while chanting. What Shakyamuni Buddha had taught in his school, when he was in, school children, he had taught while he was in samsara. That is what they chant. What is it? Let's see. The Lord Buddha, the sage of the Sakyas, is among mankind the best of teachers. He has done that which was to be done and has crossed to the other shore, nirvana. He is filled with strength and energy. Him, the Blessed One, I take for my guide. The truth is non material. It brings freedom from passion, desire, and sorrows. It is free from all stain. It is sweet, plain, and logical. This truth I take as my guide. Whatever is given to the eight kinds of noble ones, who is pairs from the four grades, who know the truth, verily brings great reward. The brotherhood of the noble ones I take as my guide. I'm not going into explanation because there is a lot to go cover. But even if you have heard it and read it, you will get the energies what Buddha is blessing you. Just think in your mind what all you desire to be healed. If you have some diseases that you want, you should be healed, think about that and pray for a moment. If you want your finances to be healed, think about it and pray. If you want your relationships to be healed, think about it and pray. Okay? If you want your career, your, you know, marriage, your education, whatever, while I'm reading, just focus onto that and visualize that you have already attained it. All right? Filled with bliss, everyone rises, chants the Mahamangal Sutra for the benefit of humanity. While I'm chanting, you may create your intention. If you want, you can also read with me. When yearning for good, many devas and men have held uh, uh, diverse things to be blessing. Do thou then inform us, O Master, what is the greatest blessing? Not to serve the foolish, but to serve the wise, to honor those worthy of humor. This is the greatest blessing. To dwell in a pleasant land, to have done good deeds in a former birth, to have a soul filled with right desires. This is the greatest blessing. To abhor the and cease from sin, to abstain from strong drink, not to be weary in well doing. This is the greatest blessing. Reverence and loneliness, contentment and gratitude, the hearing of the law at due seasons. This is the greatest blessing. To be long suffering and meek, to associate with the tranquil, religious talks at due seasons. This is the greatest blessing. Much insight and much education, self control, and a well trained mind. Pleasant words that are well spoken. This is the greatest blessing. To support father and mother, to cherish wife and child, to follow a peaceful calling. This is the greatest blessing. To bestow alms and live righteously, to give help to one's kindred, to do deeds which cannot be blamed. This is the greatest blessing. Self-restraint and purity. The knowledge of the four great truths. The realization of nirvana. This is the greatest blessing. Beneath the stroke of life's changes, the soul that stands unshaken, passionless, unswerving, secure. This is the greatest blessing. Invincible on every side is he who acted thus. On every side he walks in safety, and this is the greatest blessing. Then what she does, she places the gold bowl of water on her head. When she places it on her head, all the other monks who have taken water with them in their own bowls, they also replicates, they also put it on their, keep it on their head. Actually, all our waters are being blessed now. Huh? So whoever has kept water, it is actually getting charged and blessed with healing energies of Buddha. As Lord Maitreya keeps down the bowl, everyone starts chanting. Invocation on the blessings. So Buddha is blessing now. He is the Lord, the saint, who is perfect in knowledge, who possesses the 8 kinds of knowledge and has accomplished the 15 holy practices, who has come the good journey which led to the Buddhahood, who knows the 3 worlds, the unrevealed, the teacher of gods and men, the blessed one, the Lord Buddha. And then Buddha showers his blessings to all. Close your eyes and experience the energies flowing from the universe to you. If you are sensitive, you will actually be feeling Buddha's blessings coming to you. And then he gradually disappears in the sky. Everyone drinks the blessed water and distributes to everyone. So you can sip 1 sip of water that you have kept so that you are cleansed from within, and rest of the water you can have every day. You can have little sip. If somebody is sick at home, you can, this is holy water, basically blessed water by Buddha. So if there is somebody sick, 1 cup of water you can share with them. And then experience the bliss.
बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं
So quickly now we will talk about today is the sorry, the Buddha Purnima is also the full moon of Taurus. So let me just brief you about it. The previous full moon, I'm not going to go into details of full moon. When we do full moon sessions, I talk about the details of that session, but I'll touch upon it. So the previous one was during Easter. That was the full moon of Aries. Aries full moon is basically, you see why the zodiacs are connected to these, full moons. Because in the universe, the constellations, the stars, are shaped in those shapes. If you see the Aries, the goat, it has the shape of the horn. The constellation, the stars are shaped like that, right? So that is the full moon when it is spring equinox. Spring equinox symbolizes that spring is coming. It's joy, it's happiness, it's it's like abundance coming in. After winter, spring is coming. So that full moon gives the energy of happiness and joy. Even Easter, why Easter is so happy with, it's the time for abundance, the time for resurrection happens, Christ comes back. So everything happy is happening. That is the beginning of the Aries. It is a three full moon series basically. So the first full moon of the year, basically it is acknowledged as the Aries full moon. The Buddha Purnima or the Vesak, which is the Taurus full moon, is actually the second full moon. So this is the second. Now, when springtime, what happens? New seeds, they start germinating, plants start growing, greenery starts coming, right? So even if you see India being an agricultural country, the vegetation starts changing. There are flowers everywhere. The entire country, if you go to the, Himalayas, or if you go to the villages and all, you will see it's filled with flowers and fruits, and it's so beautiful, right? Now, when the second full moon comes, that is the time the Taurus full moon comes, everything stabilizes. It is grounded. The constellation of Taurus is the bull. What is the symbol of the bull or Taurus? The strengths are the Taurus is dependable. People trust Taurus to follow. Why? What happens when we are born? Our chakras, suppose somebody is born under the constellation of Taurus, 20th of April, between 20th of April and 20th of May. So that time, what happens? All the chakras and the body, the aura, the etheric body, the energy body, the emotional body, it absorbs the energy of the constellation of Taurus. That means from the stars of the Taurus, which you can see at the bottom, those stars send the energies. What kind of energies? The positive energies are that the person will be dependable, the person will be patient, the person will be loyal. You see, Taurus are always very committed, they are deeply committed to relationships, and they are little slow, but they are steady. Hmm? They are hardworking, they have persistent, they are very persistent, right? And the appreciation for beauty is very strong in them. The connection of art, music, food. Maybe they are not always creative, but they appreciate it. They acknowledge it. So these are just a few to touch upon. But Taurus is a very grounded. You see, that is the time when, the rice, paddy, everything is like it's starting to bloom and come into the full form. It's starting to come into the full form. So that is the positives, the strengths of the Taurus full moon. The negatives are they are stubborn. We know that the bull is so stubborn, right? Taurus people are stubborn. They resist. They are possessive. Not too possessive, but they are possessive. Hmm. They become attached quickly. Hmm. They are materialistic naturally because this is the time they are grounded. Taurus constellation is grounding. You're grounded to Mother Earth. What do we have? What happens on Mother Earth? We can work, we can earn, we can go for profession, business on earth. We can't do it on in the universe. So materialistic things can happen only on earth. Taurus is the earth sign. Out of the five elements in Ayurveda, the earth element is connected to Taurus. So manifesting, materializing, these are all the uh, energies of Taurus. Okay, so they love comfort, they love grandeur, they love. So that is not bad. If anything that is excessive, it is bad, but that's okay because they are the sign of earth sign. Materialistic, being materialistic, manifesting their dreams, manifesting what they want. The energies of Vesak is manifestation. That is why the Taurus can manifest easily. Okay, And they are at times unpredictable. They cannot adopt they are a little slow. They take time to adapt. They take time to, but it is okay. But once they adopt, they are very firm with it. So now think about yourselves. Let us sacrifice the energies of stubbornness if we have. If you are too possessive, if you are too materialistic, if you are very slow, not flexible, let us release those energies to the universe. Visualize that from your entire body, from your chakras, meridians, from your aura, all dark gray energies are flowing out. Tell yourself, I, the soul, I release all the energies of stubbornness, possessiveness, materialisticness, and inflexibility. I release, I release, I release. Those who are sensitive, you can feel something happening in your skin. Now, let us now pray to Buddha to give us the positive energies. O Lord Buddha, please bless us with the energies of dependability, reliability, self-reliance, of patience and tolerance, of faithfulness and loyalty, of industriousness and hardworking, and the ability to appreciate all that is good, nice, beautiful. Visualize that Lord Buddha is blessing us with all these energies, beautiful, golden, sparkling golden energy. The rain of golden sparkles are falling on us from Buddha and our body. It is penetrating into our body, getting inside our body, flowing through the blood, going into our veins, muscles, tissues, into our organs, and finally into our cells. Beautiful golden light filled with the blessing of Buddha. Every cell of our body is absorbing it. As we inhale, inhale only these positive energies. Exhale all the weaknesses that we have let go. Our whole body is illuminated, bright, calm, cool, peaceful, blissful, tranquil, filled with the blessings of Buddha. Come back to your consciousness. So the next is that comes is Gemini. Why we are following these three is because these three is one group. So Gemini is basically opposites, right? So if there is happiness, there will be sadness. If there is day, there will be night. If there is good, there will be evil. So what we have done, we have already in this Taurus full moon, we have already started shredding off the negatives. So we are balancing because when we are shredding those negatives, it is being filled up with the positive by Gautam Buddha, right? So when we come to the Gemini full moon, maybe we'll do the Gemini full moon in details. But remember that the Gemini full moon is balance because the autumn equinox comes. After that comes winter. Also monsoon comes in between. In fact, monsoon comes. And in monsoon, what happens? There is lush green. Everything is soothing. So what happens basically? It's balancing. The heat is balanced by the rain. The bad is balanced by the good. Huh? That is what. So this was just a little about the Taurus full moon. So thank you very much. Let us finish with a prayer to the Supreme God, Divine Father. Okay, before we pray, I would like all of us to take our hands in blessing position, Ashirvad position. Close your eyes. Visualize yourself standing in front of you, a small little one. Visualize your loved ones, your homes, your belongings. May God bless our loved ones, ourselves. May we be blessed with divine light, divine love, divine power, with peace and illumination, with divine grace, divine guidance, divine help, divine healing, divine mercy, divine forgiveness, with divine protection, progress, prosperity, and abundance. May all our negative karmas be neutralized, all our negative emotions, thoughts, all our weaknesses be dissolved and transmuted into virtues and high vibrations. May we manifest our greatness. May we fulfill our life path. May we be blessed with self mastery and soul mastery. Thank you, God. Thank you in full faith. So be it. So bless your neighbors. Bless your city. Let us bless Mother India. May Mother India and all the people and all the beings be blessed with light, love, and power, with peace, with harmony, with oneness, with growth, with progress, with good health, healing. Bless all our neighboring countries. May all our neighboring countries be blessed with good um, energies, with positivity, with good relations, with unity, harmony, oneness with us and with all. Bless Mother Earth. May Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, love, and power. May Mother Earth be regenerated, revitalized, and rejuvenated. Blessings be to Mother Earth. May Mother Earth be blessed with good air, good water, and good earth. Blessings be to Mother Earth. May we be deeply rooted, anchored, and grounded to Mother Earth. So be it. Thank you, God. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, all the higher beings. Thank you, Lord Buddha, for all your blessings, for your constant presence, for your constant protection, for your constant health, healing, for good health, abundance, and prosperity. Thank you in full faith. So be it. So be it. Om. Amen. Amin. Tathastu. 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 So thank you very much, everybody, for your presence and participation.